What's up, Clemson Nation? What's up, Tiger Den? What's up, No Patrol? And that's the thing, guys. This is supposed to be between the Tiger Den and the No Patrol, not between the typers and y'all. You know, y'all let the typers get to you way too much, and it's getting ridiculous. Come on, guys. This is my last video. Florida State hate week. It's been a heated hate week. I mean, you know, probably one of the more intense hate weeks I've ever seen. But it's just mainly because y'all let the typers get to you so much, and you don't do that in the TTC. We don't make response videos to typers because, you know, they're not in the TTC. You know, if you want to do that, you need to go to a freaking message board, go to a blog or something, because that's not what the TTC is about. It needs to be between the Tiger Den and No Patrol. So, you know, I mean, come on, guys. Good Lord, I mean, guys, y'all were normal at the beginning of the week. Y'all were fine, y'all were calm, and then you just let the typers get to you, and you just went crazy. You just went crazy. Now, that's why the TTC ain't about responding to typers, because we'd all go crazy. No, anyway, KDB, listen. First of all, I don't know where all you Florida State fans are getting this 10-point line shit from. I'm looking at ESPN right the hell now, and Clemson is the 2-point favorites. So I just don't understand where you think you were ever the 10-point favorites. I just don't understand. But you never were the 10-point favorites, I'm pretty sure. We're the 2-point favorites. Now, I don't care about that because that doesn't determine anything. Doesn't determine the outcome of the game, but just proves that other people aren't as confident as y'all are. And let's move on. You know, of course, most of your videos, KVD, were about responding to Clemson typers. And some of those Clemson typers even made some good points, but the other ones have gotten to you so much, blew them off. Does Auburn does have a better offense than Florida State, and Clemson does have a better offense than Florida State, and there's no stats to prove otherwise. You're going to say opponents we played, how do you know we wouldn't have done pretty good against the other opponents? I mean, I think we would have scored more than 13 points against Oklahoma, and there's nothing you have out there to say otherwise. You know, there's no way for you to prove that. So we'll see this weekend, because y'all act like you know everything that's going to happen, but it doesn't work like that. Y'all aren't psychic. Now, M. Cassidy, he wanted to know some stats. He was wondering why I didn't put any stats in my last video. Because really, y'all are just going to shoot them down and say of our competition. It's like all the, last week Auburn's going to run all over us, some people said. I know y'all didn't say it, but some people were like, oh, Auburn's going to run all over us. And then we run all over Auburn, and all of a sudden, I mean, I already know they had a terrible defense, but we hold them to 24 points and all this shit. Our defense, they say our defense sucks. We gave up a few big plays, a couple of big plays, and that's where most of their yards came from. If we can cut down on that. So let's get to some stats. Okay? Some stats. Clemson's averaging 38 points, Florida State's averaging 36. Yeah, y'all are averaging much less points scored, but once again, your first two opponents were easier than our first two opponents. That's a fact. You think Troy and Wofford, you think Charleston, Southern, and who was it, Yo Monroe? You think they're better than the defending Sun Belt champions? I know they lost a lot, but they're better than Yo Monroe. And Wofford is light years ahead, but it's still an FCS team. So, you know, and then we get down to the offensive stats. In total yards, Clemson's 9th in the country. Florida State is 51st. So, passing yards, y'all are beating us in that. Y'all are 12th and we're 20th. Rushing yards, we're 27th. Y'all are 100th. And you're not going to run all over our defense. We know how to handle Florida State because our players are used to running other than the freshmen. Our coaches are used to what you're bringing. You know, y'all aren't going to just have this huge offensive field day. Of course, your defense will do good. Points scored, we're 22nd. Y'all are 32nd. And with the passing yards, y'all are averaging about 20 more yards than us a game, so it's really not that big of a difference. Yet we're averaging over 100 yards more rushing than y'all. It's So just throwing some stats out. DJ Manuel, he's got 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, 666 yards. And Trickett, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 310 yards. Trickett's pretty good. I mean, I'm not saying that. I don't know if he'll be able to be a every down type of quarterback. I mean, I still don't know if Manuel's playing. I still don't know that. Of course, we have Boyd for Clemson, completion percentage of 67%, a little bit better than Manuel's, but not much. 10 touchdowns and 1 interception for 911 yards. And yet, some of you Florida State fans have the balls to call him one of the worst and say you take some others ahead of him in the ACC. I take Boyd over Manuel. We'll see what happens after this game, though. But you guys, I mean, it can be funny. Rushing. Manuel's actually y'all's rushing leader, which is not surprising. Of course, we have Ellington, who's already got 300 yards in the year. Well, he's been hurt. He didn't play much of the half. Bellamy's got 136 and a touchdown. Of course, our receiving leader, with many more yards than any of y'all's, is Watkins. And Hopkins has almost got more than all of y'all's, too. Y'all have Green and Smith in second. So the offense is looking like Clemson has the better offense. I don't care if y'all played, you know, we'll have to wait and see, because there's no way for y'all just to say, you know, you're better. Now, KVD, here's another thing. You were talking about how inconsistent Clemson is. Yes, we're inconsistent from quarter to quarter. We are inconsistent. But it's not so much the second half. It's really half to half we're inconsistent. Because it's really actually just the first quarter and a little of the second. We always seem to get it together midway through the second quarter. And we have to start playing early on, because we play great in the second half. But we have to, if we can play like we do in the second half the whole game, there'd have been a blowout every game this year. And that's a fact. That's a fact. We outscore everybody in the second half by a good margin, normally. So, you know, this hate week has just been, you know, a typer fest with all of y'all. Come on. Let's get the responses from us. This is my last one. I want to see some more y'all's, and I don't want to see you responding to the typers. Let's go.